Hey, I'm Bill Powers, and I'm going through today some of the different devices that we use in North Carolina. As a lawyer who handles a lot of impaired driving cases throughout the state, I oftentimes have clients refer to the breathalyzer, and it means to some people different things to different people. And right here next to me is the original Smith & Wesson old school, but still workable. This one actually still works. Breathalyzer device, and you may be able to see it says breathalyzer on it. Sometimes people refer to the breathalyzer as the roadside test that they have seen, either at the Alka-Sensor FST or one of the other, although valid, older models of the Alka-Sensor FST. And then sometimes people are referring to a breathalyzer if they've been convicted of driving while impaired and they have some condition of their with DMV getting their license restored. Now I'm not thirsty this morning. This isn't a Thirst Blaster cup. This is not something I made. The manufacturer actually made this, and this is the handy dandy Ignition Interlock device. This one's made by Monotech Corporation. There are 3 companies in North Carolina presently that are authorized to install these in your vehicle and be used as documentation that you're not driving while you have alcohol in your system. I am not endorsing one product over another. This one just happens to have a cool cup that when you're driving around, if you don't want people to know that you're having to do these breath samples, it comes with a lid and you actually look like you're drinking, I guess, your morning coffee in the car or whatever. This device is an Ignition Interlock device. It measures or looks for the existence of, frankly, any amount of alcohol in your breath. A lot of people think that you actually blow into it. Most of these devices now use humming. So yeah, like humming, and it measures the vibration. There's a microphone on the side, and so it's not really measuring the breath coming out. That is not to say it doesn't measure the breath. That's how they get the sample. But there's not a pressure switch in here that, or something that we'd use on, say, the Alka-Sensor FST. These things are installed by the company. There's a little cord that comes out. Sometimes people put them underneath their dashboard or inside their little, I don't know, their wallet container on the side of their car, whatever. And before you start your car, there's a process you have to click through, and they teach you how to use these things, and you blow into it. It says cleared or whatever. Each manufacturer is a little bit different, and allows you to start your car. Once you're driving around, there are random tests, rolling tests, sometimes people refer to them, where it warns you, whether it's a beep or some of them talk to you now, where you have to either grab it and blow into it, or some manufacturers recommend that you pull over on the side of the road. And so that makes sure that you just don't have someone start your car for you and you jump in and drive away. This makes sure that while you're driving as well, they can tell whether you've had any amount of alcohol in your system. Now this technology is changing and very, very quickly. In fact, while some of the manufacturers have the capabilities, we're not quite using them to their full potential. Some of these things actually have cameras on them now so that they can actually see you blowing into it, your face. Some of them have the ability to talk via phone lines or electronically to satellites, I guess, and let them know where you were, when you were, and immediately report back. But presently, what it does is it measures the alcohol. If you're driving around and you've got alcohol in your system and you have failed the test, for lack of a better term, whatever that means, your lights on your front of your car start going on and off, the horn starts going off, and the logic is that if a law enforcement officer sees this, and they know what they look like, they're trained to see why these things do what they do, they'll pull you over. I think in the very near future, assuming the legislature, and I do recommend this, I would rather have the newer, more reliable devices out there, but assuming the legislature or the people that approve these devices through the administrative code get to it, I think we're going to see more and more commonly 2 things. One, there's a camera attached to them, and 2, there's geometrics, meaning that immediately law enforcement will be advised where you are and that you're driving around, and they can actually find you using GPS mapping, maybe telemetry on your phone. Presently, worst case scenario, kind of seems like some alarms, bells and whistles go off, and then when you go every other month to, they plug in a device in their machine at the office, they'll show a report to, they'll show a report that you had alcohol in your system, report to DMV, and then you'll get a letter from DMV. That's problematic too, because it could be 60 or more days before you get that notice, before you get the revocation notice, and it's a little bit more difficult to defend yourself saying, well, I don't particularly remember that day. I do remember one day having problems, as opposed to real time, hey, something's wrong, contact the company, and in fact give the our client in this instance an opportunity to maybe some other opportunity to show, hey, I don't have any alcohol in my system. I'll come there. You come to me. I'll blow into this at 0-0. And then we wouldn't have as many hearings for failure to follow the court's order or DMV's order as a condition of restoration. If you'd like to see or play with these devices, I got all three of them by the different manufacturers. If you'd like me to come to your workplace, to your school, to your office, if you're a judge or if you're a prosecutor or a defense lawyer or a principal, I enjoy talking about these things. I'll bring out all the equipment. I'll show you how it works. I'll explain how it works. And I think information is power. I think people make better decisions when they're better educated about how our devices work and how our legal system works. I also feel it's part of our responsibility as legal professionals to share what we know and our information. Plus, I just like teaching. So my telephone number is 704-342-HELP. That's 704-342-4357. My name is Bill Powers, and hope to hear from you.